Welcome to another episode of the all-new Tradecast. Today we've got somebody on to share their exciting story and fill you all in the information. Marc, welcome.
How are you doing, Colin? All right?
I'm not too bad. Thank you very much for coming on, mate.
No worries at all.
We're going to start at the exact same way I start every episode. Tell us who you are, what you do, and what you've done to get here.
So I'm Marc Murray. I'm the owner and founder of Murray Landscapes. It's an award-winning landscaping company based in Motherwell. And we provide design and build services along with commercial ground maintenance.
Excellent.
How did we get here?
Yep. An exciting story.
Many years have you got?
As long as you need.
So started off, got into the industry really, fell into the industry by working in my grand's garden. I grew up in a council estate in Forgewood, which was blocks of flats. Nobody had any gardens. My gran got the opportunity to move into a house with a garden. She moved there and all the family thought it was great. And then at the weekends we used to help to cut our grass.
Maintain it.
But you could probably build another 3 houses in our garden.
Right.
When she first bought it, the grass was up to here. So it was a challenge to get it cut. Nowadays I would know how to do it, but trying to do it with, say, a shears or an old strimmer that you've found in the coal cellar or whatever, but managed to get stuck into it. My mum and my dad ended up buying a lawnmower for B&Q, petrol lawnmower. It was the
Ballin'.
It was the Gucci. I think it was a Black & Decker.
There you go.
It was still the bollocks back then. And we rattled through this grass cutting and it was great. And then I started cutting the grass and I really enjoyed doing it. And my dad back in the days like, you can start a business out of this. No business minds in our family whatsoever. It was just a statement. And little did I know that was where it all began.
It was the start of it.
Aye. So the following year I started cutting the neighbour's grass and then another neighbour's grass. Before you knew it, I had a wee run. So within that wee area I had a run. Used to go to school and at the weekends cut the grass. And that continued into my teens.
Yep.
Passed my driving test. Used to do it for the back of my motor. Then I was made redundant and decided to sell the motor, buy a van.
The first step.
Murray Landscapes was born in 2009.
Excellent.
That was it.
So that's how it all started.
That's it, aye.
Literally started from nothing, and you've obviously built it up to an award-winning company.
Yeah.
So, from when you first started Murray Landscapes, 2019?
2009.
2009, sorry.
Yep.
So, from there, was it maintenance-based solely back then?
Solely garden maintenance for domestic homeowners.
It's just literally cutting grass,
hedges, weeding.
Yep.
And basically learning
as you go.
Trade as I go along.
Yep. And you literally just scaled it from there, just the run get bigger and bigger and bigger.
Run get bigger, required more equipment. Then I got to a point where I needed some bodies to help, summer workers, then volunteers and just casual staff, until it got to a point where I had to decide, what am I doing here? Am I taking this to the next level?
Yep.
Or am I just keeping it a small business? And by 2018, I think it was a mindset shift as well for myself personally. Employed 3 members of staff basically overnight, and
just on a whim.
That was it. I was like, I need to do this. I need members of staff.
Yep.
What do I do? We won a couple of contracts, and that was it. And then it's just steadily grew from there, along with providing fencing and decking services, and then it was a bit of paving, and then
so it's kind of just evolved from the maintenance
totally evolved
into landscaping. What kind of made you shift for that? Was it just came part and parcel?
It just kind of came part and parcel. We got the opportunities, and loving an opportunity and a challenge, like to accept something that we feel we can do. Opens up more doors. Our clients knew us, they liked us, they trusted us. So we took on the jobs, made sure we done it to the best we possibly could. Hired in other members of staff that had the skills, started doing smaller landscaping jobs, and then there started to be a demand for that. So while I was growing the ground maintenance business, I started dabbling in the kind of design and build.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call it design and build back then. It was more just basic landscape.
Just basic landscaping.
And now we've found that niche where we've totally went into a design and build.
It's quite an interesting transition.
Yeah.
You speak to quite a lot of landscapers and they'll say, I don't like maintenance. Don't want to be a maintenance landscaper.
Yeah.
Just want to be design and build and install. I guess it's two total different. It is two total different markets. Obviously, you've got soft landscaping
100%.
and then you've got hard landscaping side of it. Which do you prefer, personally? From where you started?
That is a tough question.
That is, isn't it?
That is a
I'll be honest with you, I hate soft landscaping. I've done it as well and I hated it. I don't want to say it's boring, but it doesn't stretch my mind far enough.
No, you're a creative person, do you know what I mean? Person. So I could imagine it could be a bit mundane for somebody that strives for that creativity. And I suppose that's something that's drew me to the design and build, because I'm getting to express my creative side there.
One of the other boys that I used to work with when I was younger, we done both soft and hard landscaping. He loved nothing more than putting his headphones on and jumping on the skag and just away cutting.
Get peace for the day, nobody to talk to.
Me crazy, so I hated it.
So to get back to that question, it is a really tough one, and the reason why I say that is even now, at this moment in time in my business, in January there, where we do a wee review and evaluation of the business and where we're going, and everybody setting goals and blah blah blah, all the
New Year's resolutions and stuff like that.
Aye. But looking at the business and thinking, and really defining and honing in on the services that we provide, and as you say, it is two totally different services, two totally different clients, two totally different messages, and we've now defined that, and it really sits like two different businesses within
like two
Murray
different
Landscapes.
entities inside it.
Yeah. Different skill sets, different equipment, different machinery, and we've actually established that way. We've created two brochures recently, rather than a Murray Landscapes brochure.
Yeah,
we've got a ground maintenance
two
brochure
different
and a design
kind of
and build
things.
brochure.
That's a good idea.
And do you know what? See, since doing that exercise,
Yep.
it's gave me clarity.
Yeah.
So much to get the message out there. It's going to be so much easier for potential clients to work with us, because they know exactly what we do.
Yeah.
Rather than that mixed messaging. They're a design and build company, but they cut grass. But who do they cut grass for? Do they cut grass for wee Mrs. Brown down the street?
Yep.
Or did they cut grass for the
Commercial.
Dakota Hotel? Do you know what I mean? So we've really honed in on our clients and the service we provide.
Yeah. That'll be a good setup for the year going forward then.
Yeah, definitely.
So obviously the transition from 2018, when you just decided we're employing people, the growth obviously started to go for there.
Yeah.
What made you just put your all into it? What changed the direction for you?
I don't know. It's just as I say that, I think it was a mindset shift. But I don't know what spurred that on and created that.
Yeah. That was just pre-COVID, so a couple of years before COVID.
Do you know what? I think it was maybe me turning 30.
I've done that.
Myself.
Aye. At least you didn't buy a convertible.
It was only last week, right enough.
Right.
So I think it was me turning 30 and thinking, right, where do I want to be in the next 5 years?
Yeah.
I started getting into self-development. I read my first
book,
kind of self-development, entrepreneurial book, and I actually loved it. I think it was the first book I read since
school.
S4 at high school, do you know what I mean? When I was forced to read a book. I actually loved it and got really into it and went to self-development seminars. Again, totally changed my mindset, and it just gave me that vision and target to go and make the most of it. Got an opportunity here to build and grow a business.
Yeah.
Go for it. So that was it.
Kind of just went for it for there.
Aye.
So you started that big change in 2018, as I say. That was just pre-COVID. Did you find that kind of pre-COVID stage stuttered you or held you back, or do you think
at that point? Oh, obviously no. It was great. Like when I employed members of staff, I'm like straight away I had the opportunities to go and I had the time and the space to go and create more opportunities. So I seen that as an opportunity to grow the business. We were involved in it was Hub Southwest. It was like a council run, how would you say it, like a workshop for developing smaller businesses. And being on that with other people who are growing businesses, learned a lot from it. And that was our first taste of success. There was a wee kind of award ceremony at the end you had to go and present your business, and we won the best business overall. So getting that wee bit of success, I'm like, oh, I'm quite hungry for this. I want more. Where do we go next? So that was definitely a turning point. And pre-COVID, obviously we didn't know COVID was going to come, so we just went along busy with business. And
did you think it affected you too much? I know we were kind of outdoor workers as such, so we were allowed
during the time
during the time of COVID, like Jinkits.
Massively. Like we were landscapers were fortunate enough that after the initial lockdown, that government guidance came out to say you can, if you work outside 2 metres away from somebody and there's only one person in a van and blah blah blah, we could do that. So it was great. Landscaping industry was absolutely booming. But see, to be honest, for me, I was in the landscaping industry, obviously, but the worst time in business for me.
Right.
The worst. I speak to other landscaping companies and they say it was the best. Reason for that was I was a full-time firefighter at that point. So I was in the front line dealing with the shit every day for COVID. To then, as well as running a business.
An employer. Dealing with furlough.
I was an employee and then I was an employer. So
you were literally balls deep.
Catching it for both sides. But how do we service my clients? Can I service my clients? Am I allowed? Oh shit, you're driving that fire engine to a fire call. Do you know what I mean? My head it was a difficult time. Head was all over the place. But luckily that's when, again, indirectly the business grew from strength to strength, because I started working on the infrastructure and my partnerships around about Murray Landscapes as our support network. Back then, because I needed that support, but now the partnerships have grew and that's helped us flourish and go to where we are now. So difficult time, but we managed to get through it.
So you came out the other side it stronger.
That's it, more or less.
As I say, landscaping and COVID kind of goes good and goes bad, in my opinion. It was good for us because we could obviously go out and work. I think we closed for maybe 6 weeks while the merchants were closed and they were only open for emergency contacts and all that kind of stuff. But then, you know yourself, our industry got flooded during COVID with Tom, Dick and Harry, so to speak.
Plumbers becoming landscapers and brickies becoming landscapers.
It was good to have a wee bit of time off while it was all happening, but it was good to get back out. But obviously, once we got back out, it got flooded with people undercutting left, right and centre.
And then that's got an effect on the established businesses that are out there.
Definitely. But I think I'd like to say COVID was a blessing for landscaping. I think personally it opened a lot of people's eyes to what they had in their back garden.
Oh, totally, aye.
Because they couldn't go on holiday, they couldn't do anything nice, they couldn't go kick about at the beach, they had to kind of stay in their own garden. And that, I think personally, opened a lot of eyes to you could create something beautiful and stay in your own garden.
Aye, totally.
Aye. So it's a wee bit of a blessing, but at the same time I think it flooded the industry pretty bad.
And that, there was again, from that COVID time, there was a few major decisions that I made during that period, because myself and the business became a bit overwhelmed with the demand. That, you know yourself, you're probably getting, 100 phone calls a week. Easy. too many to deal with. When you're providing a good service, you can't service everybody. It's just impossible. So we kind of reevaluated that. Who is our client and who do we really want to work with? And so we defined that, and it kind of made us realise that we want to go down the route of design and build projects and full design and build projects rather than just small fencing or patios. I know some people like smaller jobs, but it was actually easier to manage when you've got a bigger team, because you know your team's going to be on that project for 4 weeks
X amount of weeks.
6 weeks, and you're not running about every Friday ready to organise the next job for the following week. So it kind of worked for us as well. And on the other hand, in the ground maintenance side of the business, there was a big turning point there. Even though we started the business for domestic grass cutting, basically, and homeowners, and stuff, we decided that we can no longer service this part of the industry,
Yeah.
we are going to focus on commercial ground maintenance. Reason being, wages,
Yep.
costs, just the cost of living,
No
everything.
chasing me Mrs. Brown for 20 quid for a gasket.
It's so difficult.
Aye.
Like, you're employing 2 skilled guys with a van full of thousands of pounds worth
Yep.
of machinery, and you're charging £15-20 because that's the going rate.
Yeah.
We had to then step into
Yep.
commercial ground
So
maintenance.
basically, as it scaled, you then had to evaluate where you had to prioritise the income, basically.
100%. And at that point, it wasn't a decision overnight. We made that decision, but we scaled it back over a 2-year period.
Yeah.
So for
it wasn't like it just-
2020, we didn't say we're no servicing you anymore. We decided we're going to keep all our good clients,
Yep.
or we'll pay our clients that pay us,
Yep.
our clients that we've got a good relationship. We'll continue to work with them,
Kind of just
and
phase
we'll
it
let
down.
them know that we're eventually going to go commercial ground maintenance. But
Yep.
I did get the old Facebook messages, or Facebook messages on certain pages saying, "No, he forgets where he came from," and blah blah blah. And my missus was getting all up to high door.
Yeah.
What are they talking about? You better go. And I'm like, mira,
It's
a business decision. People don't get it.
No.
People have their opinions, but wasn't that when they weren't wanting their grass cut when it was during COVID because they were off work? So we've got to think what puts a roof over our head,
Exactly.
what puts a roof over our guys' heads. We've got a team of 10, we need to pay their wages no matter what. So yeah, solely business decision. So
sometimes the business decision needs to be made with your head rather than your heart.
that's
It's
it,
that simple,
100%. Aye, definitely.
So in the terms of just continued growth, then obviously you've went from maintenance to then starting in the landscape and bringing in small fences. You've now got to the stage where you've obviously found a niche and a customer base that you want to function.
Yeah.
How has that transpired? Like, are you just going for it?
Again, yeah, when I do something, I like to do it the best I possibly can. So I'm all about improving as a person, as a business, the service we provide. So how can we improve that service to make our client happy?
Yep.
So each wee increment and wee percentage that we're making it better, we've got a result of that.
Yeah.
And it's just been going further and further and further all the time. So don't want to sound cliche, but it's like luxury designing build projects for high net worth individuals. You know what I mean?
You've literally got a clientele where you're looking to showcase your work and kind of stay within that.
This is what we can do. And the reasons for that is no other than that's where we feel that we can run as a business and generate a profit every year to invest in machinery, invest in training, staff, new growth. Processes, continue our growth. Whereas if we didn't, we would be standing still as a business. And they say if you stand still as a business, you're actually moving backwards.
You're moving backwards, you're going to get swallowed up by somebody else.
Aye, so yeah.
Fair enough. So 2009 to now, it's about 16 years.
Aye, that'll be right. Aye, yeah.
It's good maths. How have you faced many challenges? Obviously, we've spoken about COVID and that kind of stuff. Have you faced anything else, like anything?
Daily, you know yourself.
Aye.
You know yourself daily.
Like, we know sometimes Instagram and Facebook, social media, it's all rosy and it's all good.
Amazing,
it's no, like, it's no. We all have our challenges, we're bad days, we're bad weeks.
And you're pulling your hair out. Or
I've not got much left.
Near of I think that's why. But daily, you get your challenges. Starting with the weather.
Yep.
You know yourself.
Yep.
You can't control that. No. So it frustrates you initially, but then you learn you can only deal with the stuff you can control. So, but that's one of the challenges we face daily. Then we've got staffing issues, vehicle issues, equipment, clients that are maybe not happy with certain situations, even from the guys on contracts cutting grass and a window gets smashed because a kid's threw a stone on the grass. It smashes a window. And you're like, but do you know what? At the time, and the first time that these problems occur, it's a big hassle and a drama.
Yeah.
But then I look at it as a learning curve, and then you look back and you go, well, we dealt with it then. This is how we dealt with it. We could have dealt with it better. This is how we'll deal with it going forward.
Yeah.
And then these problems become less of a burden.
Less of a burden, aye.
But then there's new problems that'll continue to come your way. Do you know
How
what
do you
I mean?
stop the rains from throwing stones in the grass?
I know, this is it. There's only so much you can do, do you know what I mean? But
so say when we used to do contractor work, the company I worked for, they had Bannatyne gyms. So we done steps, we done air, we done a few of them, and you can't, as much as you can maintain the place, you can't keep it clean.
I know,
because it's everybody else that's making a mess. It's not yours. Do you know what I mean? You're doing picking the litter up, picking the leaves up, cutting the grass. Somebody's making a mess.
Yeah.
Water bowls, gym bowls, wrappers.
I know, and it's a tough one. But I've also realised as well that some of the problems within business in general or our industry and landscaping, you think everybody knows what we know in our head. You need to educate your clients and let them know what you can provide, what the problem is, how do you get a solution to that. Even our ground maintenance, like, we'll go and visit new sites and they'll say, the last contractor was rubbish. Right, were they really rubbish, or were they trying to price that low to beat the previous contractor? Or was the scope of works not correct? So I'm a big one for trying to educate the client. What do you want to achieve? Yeah. This is how we need to do it. This is what it will cost. But we're not here to compete with. Yeah. It's one of the things, like, there's always and it's the same way you're designing build projects as well.
There's always somebody going to be out there cheaper than you. Full stop. Like, for instance, Storms recently. There's guys out there supplying and installing fences for £35 a metre. Do you know what I mean? You can't even buy the materials for £30 a metre, do you know what I mean? So it's one of the ones, education is massively key. It doesn't matter what industry we're in, but it's a hard challenge to educate people like that.
I know,
because people always want value for money. I don't want to say the cheapest, but they just want value for money.
I know.
And it's trying to show the value that you're providing for the money that you're charging.
And that's kind of where I was getting to with that. It's up to the individual business to educate the client, let them know where you're at in business,
like, we'll
how good a service they're getting.
We'll always openly say we're not the cheapest, but we're probably not the dearest either. Like, we've always got a value there for what we deliver. I know we're not the dearest, but I definitely know we're not the cheapest.
And as long as you reiterate that, then the client's happy to go with you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, unless we Jimmy food in the pub skiing it for
I've had that.
£5,000 cheaper.
It's back to the question, what challenges have you had? Like, over the years, you know yourself, you've probably had it, like, you spend the time and you put the work, even if it's a design and build project, you spend the time working out what needs to be done, how much it's going to cost, and somebody treats it as a homer and does it for £1,000 cheaper, say, which seems a lot of money. But see, when you actually look at the person who's doing that as a homer, they're absolutely robbing the client, because they've not got the outgoings and stuff as a business owner with it.
It's hard as well. So, like, I'll never knock anybody for trying to make money. Right? At the end of the day, we've all got families to provide for.
I've been there myself. Do you know what I mean?
We've all got reasons to earn money, whether it be families, whether it be a bad drinking habit, whatever. Everybody wants to earn money, right? But it's like you say, there's people out there, and again, this is an industry-wide thing, especially in landscaping for COVID. I went to see one the other day. We're in a new estate in Moodiesburn. They've obviously seen the vans. Message, can you come see my job? Somebody started it last year. They've not been back since October. I'm going, right, okay, no worries. 9 times out of 10 when you go and see these jobs, you know for a fact in your head already,
it's alarm bells, isn't it?
You're like, is this going to need all ripped up? You got to break somebody's heart and say, this is a riot, it's not going to work. And straight away, as soon as I went in, even for looking at the picture, I could already identify maybe 3 or 4 problems just by looking at one picture. As soon as I walked in the garden, your heart just goes, you're like, you have literally been robbed. Literally robbed. So the job wasn't finished. There was money missing for materials that never turned up. I think roughly she was about $3,500 down for what was meant to be there and wasn't there. The patio was laid with no fall whatsoever, butted up against the house, spot beds under all the slabs, all the stainings coming through. You can see the spots. The sleepers, so the garden was built up 600 mil and it was resting on the boundary fence with no internal supports, no nothing. Like, you're just like, this whole garden
it's a disaster.
Is a disaster. Like, you'd be lucky
rip it and start again.
Aye, but when you say that to somebody, you feel like the bad guy.
Yeah,
and you've not even done anything wrong.
I know.
It's torture.
And I think a lot of that is stemmed from COVID. People trying their hand at different 100%. Times and then trying to do bigger projects and what they can actually cope with. Do you know what I mean?
And it's one of the ones I know, like, again, never knock anybody for trying, but there's a difference between wee Jimmy for the pub that's going to do your garden for you, and then an outfit like us or like you and other people around about us that are fully insured, uniformed, sign written vans, clearly an actual company that operate above board, registered for VAT, everything. There's a massive difference in cost.
But that's even before you've not even mentioned the knowledge on how to do the job.
Aye, of course.
And the methods and the procedures and the materials you use. And
that's where the value of cost is massively different.
Yeah.
And that's why they can do it 10 grand cheaper.
Aye, of course.
Aye, it's a hard one. It definitely is. So challenges is one thing, but we know we can have successes as well. So you're an award-winning company. Like, what was your biggest success in the last 16 years? Or what would you class as your biggest success, personally? And if it wasn't buying that Black & Decker lawnmower, what was it?
I know. Well,
Have you still got it?
No, I've not actually.
How no?
I've got my first Honda Izzy though, that for 2009.
Yeah.
I've got that. I've kept that.
You still got the shears, man? They could have been mounted on the wall.
I've got a picture of me with the shears though.
Fair enough,
I've not got a picture of me lawnmower. I'm absolutely gutted with that.
16 years ago, you've done well to keep a picture. That wasn't a digital one, wasn't it?
No. I would say big win was probably the 2008 award that we won on that growth programme.
Right.
That was our first taste of success, and that was a turning point for Murray Landscapes. But then recently, the biggest one is when we went down to Pro Landscaper Awards in London, and we won Best Business. That was, for me, that was
a good one.
Me on a personal level, professional level, for the business as a whole, everybody that works with us, connects with us, our clients. Absolutely, what an achievement to go down there. Totally felt as if I was putting my head above the parapet, competing with the likes of guys who are working at Chelsea Flower Show and collaborated with Alan Tishmarsh and all that kind of level. And the boy for the scheme goes down and wins the award.
That's what everybody wants.
It's mad. So that's our biggest achievement to date.
Good. It'll not be the last.
Not be the last, but also another big achievement is when you look at the team that you've built.
Yeah.
You've built a team and a business that's actually operating.
Yeah, successful.
While I'm here.
Yeah.
Talking shite, as most people would say. We've actually, our business is operating without me being there, which is amazing. But it'd be alright if it was like that every day, but you know where I'm coming from.
It's definitely not. It's one of the ones I know, like you said earlier, the challenges that we face, we are outdoor workers. Like, for instance, January there. Normally January it's not a bad month for us. I don't think normally January's cold, but it's not wet, it's not snowy. It's kind of just one of the dreary months, whereas January this year was just wet.
I know.
Do you know what I mean? Our challenges change every single day as far as I'm concerned. Like,
they do.
I understand every job's got a challenge, right? But when you're working in a nice warm office, your challenges are very limited compared to us.
I know.
January was just terrible. Now we're starting to get a bit of sunshine. I'm looking forward to getting the vest and the shorts on.
Getting a bit of sunshine, but then you look this morning, it was frosty.
I know.
Do you know what I mean? You're like, so we're then restricted again to what you can do. So, I don't know, shorts but I don't know about the vest.
I know, I need the vest on, man. I need to get the arms out. See that you end up like you stupid tan, and then your missus starts slagging you.
You go to swimming with the veins and you look like a dafty.
Typical builder's tan. It's just one of the ones as well, like, you just got to adapt and overcome, and that's one of the things that I appreciate about my job. Like, I like problem solving, and as much as I say I'm stressed at minute, this week this isn't went right, that's not went right, it's just problem solving.
Aye, but I've learned to realise, and I had this conversation before, I think every business owner, that is one of their strengths. They're problem solvers, and although people don't like to be stressed, some people work better
under a bit of pressure,
a level of pressure and stress. And they strive on that, and I think... Do you think
that's something that you develop as your business continues to
potentially,
go?
I think you've got a bit of that within you, but it's a skill that you develop, definitely.
Anybody that's self-employed, running a small business or building a bigger business, it's constant. Like it is growth all the time. Like every day's a school day. Doesn't matter how much I sit and go, it's cool, man, I've got this week. There's a challenge that gets flung in. You're just changing again. You're just learning something different. And again, what you said, I think if you, exactly what you said earlier, if you stand still, you're going nowhere. You're literally just going to get swallowed up and you're going to get forgot about.
Totally. In fact, I missed a point actually about COVID and challenges and stuff like that. Obviously workload goes up as you grow as a business and stuff. And I was trying to get my missus involved in the business years ago. And she's like, no chance. I'm not working with you. I'm not listening to your shite every day. And I totally got it. I was like, totally get it. Fine. Crack on. Just, I wanted her involved just to see this and know what I was kind of dealing with on a daily basis, just to try and take a wee bit of pressure off me. But she wasn't having it, so that was it. Mentioned it a few times. During COVID, she get furloughed. Right. And
she had no option.
She was wondering, am I going back to work? Am I no? That uncertainty was there. So I think it was on Sunday, she's like, I think I'll just come and work with you now. I was like, oh yeah, does it suit you today? Aye. So she started on Monday. Yeah. She still works within the business. So that misfortune is come into something that's helped to flourish the business as well. The missus is involved. Yeah. And she knows exactly Murray Landscapes inside out. But just what made me think about that is, like, when you said as a business owner you don't switch off. Some people get a row for being on their phone, like looking at social media and that. I get a row for being on my phone working. Yeah. See, when I'm switching off, you know what it's like. You get a message on Instagram, or you get an email, or you just get caught up in a wee moment, you're thinking about something. And the first thing she'll say is, stop it. You're not working, are you? I'm like, no, I'm just looking at Instagram. No, you're working. One
of the best things I ever done was get 2 phones. I used to have a dual SIM phone, and I used to have my work SIM and my personal phone. All my Instagram and that logged in my personal phone. See now, I've got 2 separate phones.
See.
Sure, we spoke about this earlier week when I hadn't text you back. It's because my work phone gets left.
That's a great excuse, Colin. I like it.
It's truthful. Like, it's, again, my missus, when I first started the business, she came out working with me, and she's hands down the best labourer work person that I've ever had.
Really?
Aye, she genuinely is. Like, again, it's that kind of thing. Like,
it's a mindset though, isn't it?
Nobody cares about your business more
than what you do,
than what you're involved in it. Do you know what I mean? And she's as involved as I am. So even to this day, she's more involved and she's invested in it the same way I am. So she's a hands down best labourer I've ever had, and she is the same. She's like, you need to switch off. Like, you need to just, you're getting stressed, just put your phone away. But I'll spend ages researching stuff and reading into things and looking at new ways to do stuff, and she's just like, shut up, put your phone down. So nowadays it's just, did you leave your phone in the office? No, go put it in the van. And I need to go and put it in the van.
That's a great point.
It's genuinely the best thing I've ever done. And again, it's just separating yourself, because
you need that time to switch off. Aye. At the end of the day, if you've got a family, I know you've got kids and that, and you've got a wife at home, do you know what I mean? You need to switch off, and
it's hard
for your own sanity as well. But when you're that committed, and it doesn't feel like work sometimes, you get caught up in it. Do you know what I mean?
It's the same idea as you say. Like, as much as it's your business and your livelihood, it's the people that work under you. So you need to make sure you're doing what you're doing to bring the money in, to pay the money out to them. That's and it's try to switch off of that and go, right, everything's going to be fine. Just stop stressing.
I know, that's it. It's just human instinct as well, isn't it?
Aye. So in terms of Murray Landscapes, you've obviously you're in a position now where you've got your maintenance and you've got your design and build. Are you keeping it split, or are you focusing on any kind of preferred section, or are you just literally just letting it flow?
There could be a few things coming in the pipeline, but going running with the two. I mean, there's always opportunities out there. 2 great divisions within the landscape industry. 2 of them are receiving success as we go. 2 of them are generating profit. So in a really good position to make decisions. But it can become difficult as well when you're trying to make a decision. Should we go down one route? Should we go the other? Should we keep the 2? Because they work hand in hand as well. So at the minute, we're going
in terms of the maintenance, your maintenance, you obviously do operate maintenance 12 months a year. As much as you're not cutting grass in the winter, you're still doing maintenance.
100%.
So that's obviously a constant income for you. So that's it's obviously something that you don't really want to let go.
That I built and grew the business from there, and it is a business where it's recurring revenue. You know how long it's going to take to carry out the work.
You're not really getting hit with the same kind of delays. Obviously, you're design and build, where if you're ball deep in a job in the winter and the weather goes crazy, you're not doing nothing. And if you're not doing nothing, you're not earning. Whereas obviously you can still do something on that side.
Totally. And as I say, it works hand in hand. Like if we've got a client, we are carrying out works at their office spaces or their factory or industrial unit, or it's a good chance they've got a house. They've got a nice big house that they're wanting their garden design built, so they know, like, and trust us to do their ground maintenance, and they're aware that we carry out
other
design and
works.
built. There's an opportunity for us to carry out work there, or vice versa. If we're carrying out luxury design and build projects, these clients could have their own business, and then we could get some ground maintenance out the back of that. So they do work hand in hand, and I enjoy both of them. Because because people always say that you're going to go down one route, but we're getting success with two of them. So
why ban one of them?
People can have more than one business. Do you know what I mean? Even though it's under the umbrella Murray Landscapes. So
you kind of touched on there's potential some changes. Potentially.
Keep
that one.
I know. I was trying not to say too much there.
No, that's good. As I say, at the end of the day, it's good to see people succeeding. It doesn't matter. Landscaping's one of the industries. It's probably the same across oil, to be honest with you. A lot of people are sneak it and don't want to talk. And I'm not into that. Like, I think it's good to see people's success. Like, there's no need for it. See, at the end of the day, gardens. There's enough gardens. Landscaping in our area, Glasgow in a whole, maybe is dense. Like whether they're good or whether they're COVID cowboys, it's dense. But there's enough gardens in Glasgow for all yous. Do you know what I mean? There's no need to be arsey about it.
Totally agree with you. Like 100%. You know yourself, I've phoned and reached out to you a couple of times, and I believe that we're in an industry where we can help each other.
100%.
Do you know what I mean? There's going to be times where you're bogged in with work and you've maybe not got the staff, or somebody's maybe went on holiday and you need a hand. We should be able to help each other without feeling that we're stepping on each other's toes. Do you know what I mean?
It's just one of the ones a little.
But no everybody's
like that.
Not everybody's like that.
It's like one of the ones sitting in a garden.
That's probably why I'm here today, because I've reached out. Colin, I know you're amazing at what you do. Can you come and give me a hand on a job?
It's one of the ones. It's easy to ask advice if you talk to people. Like there's Facebook groups and all that kind of stuff where people obviously won't asking questions and all that, but when you can see people working good and you're friends with them, you can then go and say, how did you do that? Or what's your opinion on this? Or I've got an issue on a job, can you come and have a look just to give me your perspective? Whereas on the other flip side, you've got, like, you're working in a street in a garden and then somebody else rolls up and does a garden on the other side of the street and
they don't even want to say hi.
Like, we were on that job in Moodiesburn and we were doing our garden. The guy next door, he had a few landscapers in pricing it. He asked us to price it, saying hi, whatever, and then across the road somebody else rolls up in an unmarked van. I don't know how this is. Away here I go. Hey mate, how you doing? What you up to? Talking away. Like, I've just got no gripe with anybody. Like, just go and speak to people.
That's
like
it.
Be open, be honest. Whereas some other people are just like
you want to know they're too
aye. So no, it's good. It's good to hear that you've got potential growth differences.
Definitely aye.
So you're not stopping.
We're not going to slow down and growth isn't, like people say, you're growing the business. It's not about, like, growing Murray Landscapes isn't about how many vans I've got on the road or how many employees. That's going to come with growth. But there's a lot more to growing a business than just counting how many vans and how many
I'm a big believer in
the
exact same thing. Like, as much as, like, even my business, right? My business has grown for me just going, I'm going to go and start this myself to where it's at now. And it's no got millions of staff, it's not got millions of vans. I believe in but it's all about standards.
100%.
I don't think.
And if you can maintain your standard as you grow, that's. And that's been my belief all along.
Yeah, I think growth is the brand and the name, who recognises it, who knows it, rather than a show of force. because the show of force doesn't always mean you're good at your job.
Yeah.
It just means that you've got fucking money to burn somewhere. So I agree with you.
And that might not last the duration as well.
No.
That show of force. Whereas the steady growth and the consistency and the quality.
Yeah. The quality and the recognition is what's going to keep you up there as far as I'm concerned.
Definitely.
Murray Landscape's got it. For sure. Good to hear.
Definitely.
So your business has obviously got to a stage where you are comfortable, you're working a manageable sized team. Do you feel that if you were to step back, they could fully operate without you being there? I know you're saying you're here talking shit today, but
yeah, I know what you mean.
Is your staff at a stage where you're comfortable? Because I know I struggle with it. I struggle stepping away and going...
I'll be honest with you, and I will refer to both sides of the business on this, because I've got two different answers. Ground maintenance, I could operate without me.
Yep. Design
and build? No.
Because
I'm heavily involved in design and build on a daily basis, because you'll know yourself what's involved. You're dealing with initial site surveys, design consultations, carrying out designs, finalising designs, updating 3D images, providing quotes. So I've got help along different stages, but I'm heavily involved in bringing it together, as well as being a project manager.
I was going to say, you're basically project manager, foreman, supervisor, hands-on tools.
Carrying out work to an extent. So I'm really heavily involved in the design and build project, and that is one of my focuses. That
you're enjoying it, aren't you?
I'm enjoying it, but that's one of the focuses within Murray Landscapes. We will create a team that operates without me, so that I've got a team that can crack on, do the job, and I can
go in and say it's where you want to be.
Opportunities, So that's going to be, but it's going to be a challenge.
Of course it is.
Because it has been over the last few years, because I've tried it a few times.
Yeah.
And I've taken a few steps forward and then a few steps back, but I'll be persistent.
It's just all the fine tuning. It's just getting it to where, again, nobody's as invested as you.
I know.
Like, if you've got your standards, I'm OCD daft. Like, Craig will tell you, Craig's obviously my right-hand man, and he's like, shut up, Colin. Just, it's fine.
Peace.
Aye, pretty much. No. You need to do that. Shut up. Like, I've fucking learnt everything off you, shush. And it's hard, because letting go of the reins is what the hardest thing is. And even my missus will say to me, like, you're going to just lay off it a wee bit. Like, I get you've got it tight, but just lay back. They're fine. And it's hard.
It is.
Because nobody controls it the way you do.
I know, definitely. And it was hard for me to do that with the ground maintenance, but when I started getting a wee bit of success at doing it, like allowing people to be in control, then I realised my life became a bit easier.
Yeah.
So I want to focus that on the design and build now, and hopefully
get that to the same kind of stage.
Yeah, definitely.
Good. So in terms of you as a person, you've obviously spent 16 years from when you started to now. Like, if you were to step back and give your younger self some advice, what would you give yourself? What was the best advice you'd give yourself if you were back in 2009 just starting again?
Do not be a shite bag when it comes to making big decisions.
Fair enough.
Go for it, all in, go with your gut, and just do it, and you'll get there a bit quicker.
Solid advice. Yeah. Do you think your path would have been different if you knew that then? Or do you think you'd be...
Potentially, but then I could go back in that and say I would maybe grow a bit quicker, but then the quality and everything else wouldn't have been there. Yeah. But sometimes, I don't know about yourself, but as a business owner, you take time to make decisions, because at a certain stage of your business or your life, you don't think, I'll not be able to achieve that, or we shouldn't be doing that, we're only a small business, but you know what? Who's to say that?
Aye. It's just imposter syndrome, innit?
Make decisions. Aye. Make decisions and go and do it. And I've been conscious of that over the last couple of years, and I feel that's where I've had a bit of success as well.
Yeah.
Step outside the comfort zone.
Step outside it a wee bit. I'll be honest, I'm guilty as well.
Everybody is.
And she's slapped me around the back of the head, like, just go for it. Like, if it doesn't work, you step back and rearrange it and go again. Aye. It's hard. But
it's easy saying that sitting here. Aye. But there's times you will step outside the comfort zone. It was the wrong decision, shouldn't have done that. Aye. as long as you can learn from it and move
Again,
on.
it's just one of the challenges, isn't it? You take the good with the bad.
But you need to be determined. You need to be hard-working,
Yep.
resilient, and you need to be able to think and be a problem solver, because if you've not got that, you've got no chance.
You've definitely know, because it's tough. And not everybody realises it's tough. They just think, you're in a business, you're earning a fortune, you've got this, you've got that.
You can decide when you want to take a day off.
It's not a 9 to 5, that's for sure.
Definitely not.
So you've obviously got a few members of staff. Generation wise, you've obviously got some older guys working, you've got younger guys working, so you've kind of went from that scale to that scale.
Yes.
How do you find, to put it bluntly, how do you find the youth?
I knew you were going to get to that.
No, it's true, like it is. It's how do you find them? Because I know how we were when we were younger. We were roughly the same age.
I actually had this conversation this morning. I was in a meeting and it was after that. It was a QS and we were talking about the younger generation. And just to put you in the picture, we took on our first apprentice about 2 years ago in June.
Right.
So he was 16. And then our oldest employee is 59. So there's a big gap between them.
Mm-hmm.
See your apprentice, it's brilliant. So they're out there.
Yeah, it's hard to find though.
It's hard to find.
Yeah.
This was a wee bit of gold. It was a family member of one of our employees, and he was looking for a wee bit of summer work experience. He came out for a few weeks and chatting to him, he's like, I don't really want to go back to work, back to school. When are you due back? Next Tuesday. I'm like, well, what do you want to do? I put it on to him. I want a job. You give me a job. So I sat down with him, sat down with his parents as well, and I said, I can provide an opportunity for an apprenticeship. Go to college for 2 years. By the end of 2 years, you'll have a qualification as well as you'll be learning on the job. And you know what? It's been a journey for an apprentice, and it's not been easy. But see, when you look back at the 2 years, see his development, him as a person in the industry, absolutely amazing. But then on the other hand, we've had other younger guys come in and don't want to work.
Different breed.
Want to sit in the van, want to sit in TikTok, not got that work ethic, which I think I had back at that age. But then again, maybe I was a wee bit different because I was destined to be a hard worker and a business owner. But the rep the younger generation are getting in the construction industry isn't the best, and hence the reason for your question.
Yep.
But I just wanted
to try and touch on with everybody that comes on, right? Because they've all got an opinion on it. And again, we've got somebody young just now, and he's a different breed as well. He's brilliant, turns up, doesn't even fuck about on his phone. He's just work, gym.
And that's amazing.
That's all you need, do you know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, we can teach him all the skills he needs. All he needs to be is interested enough to want to learn. And that's where a lot of people are finding it hard in the industry. Again, it's the whole construction industry. It's not just landscaping, it's everybody. So it's always just good to find out other people's opinions and how.
Do you know what it frustrates me? I can remember when I left school to play football. Played football for a couple of years, trying to make it as a pro. Never happened, right? After the 2 years, I was like, what am I going to do? Started playing junior football, and I actually didn't have a job. And then I was looking for an apprenticeship. I wanted to be a joiner. Yep. That's what I wanted to do. And I got an opportunity to work with a building company and worked with them for a year. They were going to put me through an apprenticeship. They never put me through it, and I was applying left, right and centre, not getting in. And I know a lot of companies that are looking for apprentices. And you're like, people don't realise that opportunity is there. Go out and grab it. You might not do it for the rest of your life, but go out and take it. Make the most of it, and within a couple of years you could be really good in that field, or you can take the skills you've learned and go and do something totally different. Sometimes the younger generation are just not getting the opportunities because they want to be YouTubers and podcast hosts and stuff like yourself.
Podcast hosts, mate. This is just a hobby. It is though, it's hard, mate. As I say, like my wee boys are in high school. I've got 2 in high school and 1 still in primary school, and one of them doesn't mind school, and my oldest boy, he just hates school. He's just like, it's not for me. And he's obviously too young to pull him out of school and say, right, cool, just come to work.
Just come to work.
But school's not for everybody, and I understand it. I was alright in school. I enjoyed school to a certain extent. I got halfway through 5th year and then decided, it's not for me. I want to go work. And I wanted to go. I think I just got to that age where it was living for the weekend, want to go to your pals, have a wee drink, you want, I need money and all that kind of stuff. But there's other people on the flip hand where they've went to uni, same people I went to school with, they went to uni, done uni, got degrees in this, got a second degree in that. They don't enjoy their job. Do you know what I mean? So it's just a funny old world.
The journey of life, innit? It's just...
That's exactly it. But again, I think the industry as a whole, construction industry, is struggling. Like, it does seem to be a wee bit on its arse.
Yeah.
And especially for us, like, I don't know about you, but I like starting people in the winter because I'm a horrible bastard and it's cold and it's wet.
Tests.
Very much, aye. I like to test everybody straight away. If you can survive a winter with me, I know you'll make it.
Aye.
Like, your skills might need work done, but you've got the ability and the mental strength to go, aye, right, I'm fine.
I'm made for this.
Aye. I don't know. Sometimes I don't like working in the winter.
I know, you're there, but we do it.
Aye.
If it was that bad, we wouldn't be doing it.
No, definitely.
Do you know what I
mean? Aye. So hopefully we can find a few more young ones out there that want to continue
being cold and wet and miserable.
Cold, wet. Making good gardens though. That's the main thing.
Aye.
No, that's been great, mate. I really appreciate you coming on and telling your story, and I hope you've enjoyed yourself. I hope you've enjoyed just letting people know how Murray Landscapes is and how it's going to continue to grow.
Aye, totally enjoyed it, and thanks very much for having me.
Excellent. Thank you very much, mate.
Cheers.
Cheers.